Thanks, guys. Thanks. Well, I am so excited to stay on with those of you who are going to be joining us for our mixology class. So we have Chris Huang from Ninja Ramen here, who's going to be doing an awesome session with us to teach us how to make very simple but delicious cocktails. And so yeah, I'm so excited for our mixology class. I also see that Alyssa from One Hope Wine is joining us for a quick giveaway. You heard throughout the summit about One Hope Wine, and now we have Alyssa from One Hope Wine joining us now to talk more about their amazing wine. Thanks, Alyssa, for joining.
Yeah, hi everybody. Thanks for having me, Candace. I'm excited to kind of see what you guys do in this mixology class too. First and foremost, I just want to thank CauseVox for having us and including us in this amazing event and just giving us a chance to share our story with everyone. One Hope, I'll give you kind of the quick version of what One Hope is and what we do. We are a winery in the heart of Napa, and all of our products give back. So we have the One Hope Foundation, and we have 4 kind of core pillars that we give back to support, which are health, hunger, water, and education. But then in addition to that, we have this really amazing platform where anyone can come on and host their own event or participate in an event and fundraise for a local cause that they choose. So we donate 10% of all of our sales back to that local cause of choice. So a really great way to fundraise and drink wine and give back at the same time. So something we're really excited about, and we just surpassed 7 million in donations last fall. So we're going for 8 million this year, which is really exciting. And with our annual harvest party this year, we're going to build 2 wells with charity water. So a lot of exciting things coming down the pipeline. But that is who we are in a nutshell. We also do a ton of corporate gifting and custom gifting, and you can donate 10% of your purchase back to your cause of choice through that as well. So a lot of different ways to give back through wine, kind of doing good and drinking wine at the same time. So before you guys get into mixology, I just wanted to raffle off. I know we have a couple different prizes that we've talked about, but I think I'm going to raffle off one of our tasting kits, which are really fun. These are one of my favorite products. They just launched in March, and they come with this beautiful, you get this, oh, sorry. I'm going to take my background away. I don't think you can see. We'll just turn that off for a second. Perfect. So they come with these beautiful materials. You get a tasting card for each wine. It's going to give you tasting notes, a place to put your wine. It talks about each one. And then you get 4 of these cute little minis. And you get our Sparkling Brut, our Chardonnay, the Pinot Noir, and the Cab. And just a really fun tasting experience. We do them virtually, so we host them for different teams and organizations, or you can just order them and have them, have a girls' night or have friends over, anything like that. They're just a really fun way to get people together and try a couple different wines and learn a little bit and make a difference while you're at it. So I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm going to throw a trivia question out there. Get your fingers ready on the chat box, because I think whoever answers first in there will send you one of these tasting kits. So if you had to guess which grape is considered the king or queen of Napa, it's also the most widely grown grape in the world. There you go, Tony. Tony got that real quick. Awesome. Well, thank you again. I just wanted to say hello. Thanks so much for having me. If you need anything, we're at onehopewine.com, and enjoy your mixology class.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. This has been so much fun. We've been talking about One Hope throughout the whole summit. There's been already wine giveaways, and so this is so cool for you to join us and just share a little bit more. There's a lot of people, they knew right away Cabernet.
I know. I didn't want to make it too hard. I never know what range to go with, but everyone was on it.
So. Yeah, really good. Regular sommeliers over here. So yeah. Thank you so much, Alyssa.
Thank you.
And yeah, we have a couple more tasting kits to still give away during the mixology class too. So that'll be fun. All right. Thanks again, Alyssa, for joining us. And stay on for the mixology class if you feel like it. I don't know if you want to, but it's
Yeah,
been
absolutely.
fun.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. All right. And now, without further ado, I welcome Christopher Huang from Ninja Ramen here to lead our awesome mixology class. Chris, I cannot thank you enough for being here. This is going to be so much fun.
Any excuse to get people to drink is my calling in life, I feel like. So if I can help anybody in that on their path, whether it's today at 5:45 or whatever, I am here for it. Just a disclaimer, Captain Crunch is not a sponsor of today's lesson. This is for kids. This is not for kids. But did we like send out everybody kind of like what we're doing today, like some of the ingredients and cocktails we're working on?
I sent out the ingredient list so that the cocktails themselves would be a surprise, although I would think that people would put 2 and 2 together for some of them.
Okay. All right. All right. Quick introduction of myself. My name is Christopher. I have a bar and restaurant here in Houston, Texas. We like to do a lot of craft cocktails. We do a lot of fun with them. Unfortunately, for today's class, most of our stuff are really, really weird, and we have a lot of custom things like mushroom infused syrups and stuff like that. Probably wasn't able to get y'all to do this in a class. So we're gonna go with a few classics, but it's hot. I don't know how hot it is. The heat spell up in the northeast, northwest, and it's Texas here, so it's ridiculously hot. So we're going with some refreshing summer drinks, some classics. We're going to start off with something fairly light. A lot of people have Aperol at home or Campari, which is kind of similar. Aperol is like a sweeter version of it. And it is hot. Okay. But yeah, we have this thing called Aperol, and if everybody has Aperol with me at home, we're going to go ahead and use some of this. This is going to be a spritz called the Aperol Spritz. It boomed in popularity over the last 5 years. It's been around since like the 1950s, and for whatever reason, 5 years ago, everyone decided to put it on their cocktail menu, and now it's one of the top 10 cocktails drunk in America, or most ordered cocktail. If you haven't been going out as often over the last few years, you might be shocked to hear it, but Aperol Spritz is the way to go now. A lot of people serve them in wine glasses with some ice and a twist of like lemon or orange or something like that. But this is a real simple drink. It's low ABV, so you could probably slam a few of these without ruining your day. And that's why we're going to start off with this one. So if you're with me, we need a little bit of some equipment. I got a shaker tin and a glass here. And what we're going to do is we're going to measure out about 2 ounces of Aperol. If y'all have a jigger, y'all can just use the jigger to do 2 ounces. I'm going to eyeball it. If you're not familiar with Aperol, it's made with gentian root, some bark, a bunch of like herbal, herbaceous things. It's definitely bitter, so it'll remind you of some grapefruit, some grapefruit peel, some citrus for sure, but also it's got a little bit like medicinal. If you like think of a really sweet triminic or Robitussin kind of thing, Aperol might remind you of it. So this is only 11% alcohol, pretty friendly. Then we're going to do about 3 to 4 ounces, about double that amount in Prosecco or champagne, some sparkling wine. All right, I'm using a sparkling sake today. It's just kind of sweet and nice and pleasant. And then we top it off with some soda water. You don't need a lot of it. But before you do that, I'd just like to give this a little stir. The Aperol and the Prosecco, if you have it. You like to give that a little stir. And then we just glass it up. So I'm going to use a little tall glass. And we'll just fill that with ice. And we can just pour this directly onto ice. And then we top with our soda water. And that is the drink itself. For garnish, if you have orange, do an orange slice. I like to kind of muddle it in once I get it in there. I'm going to use a pluot. I don't know if everybody's heard of a pluot. It's a hybrid between a plum and an apricot. And they are amazing, delicious. And I'm just going to give myself a slice of a pluot here. I'm going to drop that in there. And that is our Aperol Spritz. I hope I didn't go too fast for anybody.
It looks delicious.
Lovely, lovely. I have my candy.
Candace,
glass.
what happened?
I don't know if anyone saw. But
I missed it. I wish I did see.
when I was opening my Prosecco, the wine also came out of it as well. So it went all over the place. Luckily not on my laptop, so we're good.
We're good.
For me.
Well,
So,
are our drinks complete?
yes, I think so.
Okay, awesome. Well, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Virtual cheers. Like, do you like this type of thing?
Ching.
It's so good. I love Aperol Spritz.
So Aperol Spritz are great because the Prosecco is low ABV, the Aperol is low ABV, and then you cut it a little bit with the sparkling water. It's just so refreshing, and like I said, it's not dangerous. We're gonna build up to that. So our second drink is the margarita. Actually, are there any questions so far?
Mm.
I should
There is
probably,
a
just in
question.
case someone wants like information or history or anything like that.
Sarah asked, is this something that can be made in a larger batch as well? Would be great for a barbecue pool party drink.
I suppose so, because the Aperol, you would probably just add the soda water at the end, but you could probably do the Prosecco and Aperol together. But it's essentially two ingredients, and then just top with soda right as it finishes. So you could probably batch like a punch bowl, if you will, a lot of Aperol and a lot of champagne or Prosecco, and then as you ladle it in, just top it off a little soda water. I bet it could go really, really great. Yeah, or even a pitcher. Yeah, I could see it definitely. Get a whole pitcher full of that would be awesome, actually.
Be nice. Yeah. Giving me ideas as well.
What's an alternative to Aperol?
So an alternative to this is Campari. Now, Campari is the stronger version of this. I believe it actually came out before Aperol did. And it's made with the same type of roots and herbs and organic things that it's made from, the roots and stuff. But it's severely more bitter. A lot of people and bartenders will prank their newbie friends to drink a shot of Campari and then take a picture of their Campari face. And you just see them grimace from how bitter it is. A lot of bartenders drink Campari because it is bitter. And once you're in the industry for like, 5, 10, 15 years, your taste buds kind of get shot from all the things you're drinking all the time. And you need things pretty extreme, like something very, very bitter or whatever, just to like spice up your day. So Campari is actually fairly popular, along with like Fernet Branca, are a couple of things that are fairly popular among the bartender crowd. Campari spritz is so good. I like making both. Yeah. So the Campari is going to be similar to this. It's going to be less sweet. And it's going to be a little more alcohol, but it's also similar thing, with the Prosecco. It's nice. It smooths out a lot of the bitterness. I'm a big fan. Another thing by the same company is a liqueur called Cynar, Cynar. And that is actually an artichoke liqueur. And it's kind of different, and it's a dark brown. But with the Prosecco, with maybe just a touch of like simple syrup, touch of sugar, it could be really, really good as well. Definitely more vegetable-y on the taste on the profile, but also pretty refreshing.
Sounds great. I'll have to try that. What is it called again?
This is the other one was called Cynar.
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 All right. I'll have to keep an eye out. That's pretty cool.
Let me see here.
Any
Oh,
questions?
never mind. I thought I had a bottle, but I don't. Actually, I do have a bottle of Campari just to show everybody.
Yeah. I think I have Campari as well. I have a lot of.
I feel like I should type in the Google search.
So this is a bottle of Campari. This is actually very popularly bought. A lot of people have these in their home bar, and they'll try it once, or they'll use it once in a Negroni and then never use it again because it's so bitter by itself, and they don't know what to do with this. So there are a lot of dusty, half-open bottles that I see in home bars. But you can use this in a Negroni, a really popular cocktail, as well as a Boulevardier, which is similar to Negroni but with a whiskey base. And of course, you can do like little spritzes like this as well. So that's probably what the most popular things. Or you can drink Campari and sodas actually. If you don't want it sweet, you can just mix the whole Prosecco champagne part. But yeah, here's Campari.
Very nice. I love this whole like knowledge base, like included.
This is what's this? A sip and learn.
A sip
Yes,
and learn.
I like it. I drink Aperol Spritz all the time, but now I feel like I learned more about what I'm drinking. Also, any questions just for Chris in general? Do you have any alcohol-related questions?
Yes, I unfortunately know way too much about alcohol.
So keep those coming. We'll keep an eye out. Cool.
Would you like to know any personal information?
Any personal questions?
I am single and I like short walks to the refrigerator and liquor cabinet.
Me too.
Aren't we all?
Wow. This is changing fast. What's in that Aperol? Are you sure this isn't the dangerous one? It's a match. All right. Candace is moving to Tyson.
Cheers. Well, let's move on to the second one, I guess. Another classic. And if you've seen the ingredients list, you might have already guessed. We're doing a margarita. We're going to do not a frozen margarita, so no blenders required. A lot of people will come into my bar and ask for a cocktail and have, hey, can you make me something not too sweet, not too tart? I'm like, sure, I can do that. And I make them a margarita. And for many people who've only had the sweetened margaritas, overly sweetened ones from like the Tex-Mex restaurant or something like that, or a frozen, it tastes so different just fresh, with fresh lime juice and done as shaken as a cocktail, that a lot of people never recognize it. And they're like, what is this? This is amazing. I'm like, yeah, it's a special custom cocktail just for you. I call it the margarita. And they're like, no way. And so I'm really excited to share it. It's actually really, really simple. If you just have a white tequila, a tequila blanco. So here I just got this really cute bottle of Patron. It's so cute. And so I'm going to use this today. But you can use any tequila that you wish. It doesn't have to be a blanco. It could be a reposado or an añejo as well. If you have one of those at home, hopefully the kind of tequila you don't have is a mixto. Often the ones that you see is a gold, like Jose Cuervo Gold. Those are not very good. They don't have as much of they don't use the best of the agave and the juice that they get out of it. So if you can, try to use my cork just died in here.
Oh dear.
Give me 1 second.
What do we do when we lose a cork? I don't know.
Use a corkscrew, you can still pull it out. But I have an even cuter baby.
Oh, so cute.
All right, let's see if this one will not snap in there. All right, there we go. Success. So for a margarita, the margarita is actually one of the cocktails that has there are a couple of different origin stories. So without getting into it, I don't want to say this one's the wrong one or the right one. All that matters is it's made with tequila and lime juice, and that's pretty much the important part. A lot of places will, when you go to brunch or something, they might serve it with a little orange juice. They might do it with triple sec. So what we're going to use a triple sec. This is the Pierre Ferrand dry curacao. A lot of people, the standard is to use Cointreau. A lot of people have Cointreau at home. You can use that, or you could use Grand Marnier. We like to shorten and call it Grandma. So just pour a little bit of Grandma into a margarita, and then it's different from when margaritas get into Grandma. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to do a 2-ounce pour of the tequila into your shaker. And we're going to do about a 1/2 ounce of dry curacao or Cointreau or Grand Marnier. And then if you have lime juice, I hope you'll have fresh limes and can squeeze it now or squeeze it, have already squeezed it. But fresh lime juice really makes a huge difference versus the store-bought already made lime juice. The fresher, the better. A lot of cocktail bars will pour out their lime juice after each night. So if we're squeezing it today for a whole bunch of busy shift, at the end of the night they'll throw it out. Sometimes you can keep it for a day or two, but generally lime juice on day 2 is different from lime juice right out of the lime. So we just need about 3/4 ounce of lime juice as well. Margarita is very lime heavy. And you really want to highlight that lime flavor. Then we grab some ice, fill the shaker with ice. When you're filling up your shaker, don't be shy. Put a ton of ice in it. I like to fill up the entire shaker almost to the top. Then you cap your shaker and then shake vigorously for, depending on how small or big your ice is. If you have the larger ice cubes, if I can show it to you here. If you have one of these larger ice cubes, you probably have to shake for a little longer. If you have the smaller ice cubes at home that, kind of like the little ones, you can probably shake for maybe only 10 seconds. But if you're using these big boys, shake for maybe 20 or more seconds. And shake vigorously. No, don't be shy, don't be afraid. Just don't let go of the shaker tins. And I don't know how many people are experts out there, but if you're not very familiar with how to pop open a shaker, your set of shaker tins, what I like to do is where you see how this is the straight edge and this is the slanted angle, I'll grab it and hit it on the side. And if you just hold the shakers set like this, and you just pop it on the side, it'll pop it loose. Then we strain into a glass. If you have a lime for a garnish, put a little lime wedge on there. You can squeeze it or not. And that is your daiquiri.
That is a good margarita.
Good. Awesome. Someone said no orange juice. That's correct. When I mentioned that, please don't use orange juice. Some brunch places, you do it, that's a bad choice. Don't use orange juice. Use this orange liqueur, or triple sec, as you call it. As always, preferable.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Virtual cheers. Jenna and her water. Her very carefully crafted water.
Did you shake it properly?
It's vodka. Just kidding.
Twist.
For an option, some people like their margaritas. So if you taste this one's pretty tart. I didn't add any sugar. Some people, the original is without it. If you do like it sweeter, you can add a little bit of agave. Some people do a bar spoon of agave syrup. Or if you don't have agave syrup, just use a little bit. There you go. You could use a little bit, like a bar spoon or maybe a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, just to sweeten it a touch, or sweeten it however much you want. But the original idea of the margarita was just like a refreshing citrus lime forward cocktail.
It's delicious. This one is really good. I did add some agave, so I went for it. Oh, salt on the rim.
I never have salt. Makes me feel healthier. A lot of places will give you the option to do salt, and I think that's definitely a partier version of it, of the margarita. But I believe the original, when margaritas were first being drunk or whatever, salt wasn't a big thing. I think that was a carryover from like shooting tequila with salt and lime. But yes, if you want, you can add tahini. You can rim the glass with tahini or salt.
Ooh, that's
What
good.
helps it stay on the rim of the glass is you just rub a lime wedge along the edge, and so it gets the lime juice on the rim of the glass, and then you dip that in salt. Sometimes you can do, if for customers, and I'm not sure if they want salt, I'll just put it on one side of the glass. So one side will have salt and the other side doesn't, just wait. Because some people like it without salt, like I do, and some people like it with salt. But cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thanks for showing us how to make this perfect margarita.
Is everybody making them?
Yeah, who's making them?
Am I the only lame person not making it?
Or what are you drinking? If you're not drinking this, are you drinking something? Do you have a beer or wine? Hopefully One Hope wine
What you drank?
on hand.
On hand. Green tea. Yes.
Green
Kat.
tea.
I approve.
Green tea. So are you drinking a green tea shot or actual green tea?
What's in the green tea shot again? Those are pretty good.
Green tea shot is like Jameson, Irish whiskey, peach schnapps, and like Sprite, which makes it friendly. But it was funny because I'm at a place called Ninja Ramen. We're a ramen shop, Japanese restaurant, if you will. And so the first couple times people came in asking for green tea, I just served them green tea, and
Fair
they
enough.
were looking at me like, "No, I want green tea." The shot, and I was like, I have no idea what you're even talking about. I just gave you green tea. Yeah, so now I've learned that there's a couple of different versions of it.
Nice.
We have a hot jasmine green tea that Kelly's drinking. Mimi's drinking lemonade. Paige is not ready for drinking. It's only 3:15 in California. Fair enough.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, right. It is 6 o'clock somewhere, mostly here.
Someone's drinking Slim Fast.
Imagining
Wow.
it's wine. I feel like
Imagining
that's a
it's
hard
wine.
one to imagine that it's wine. I feel like almost anything but that would believably.
I've seen.
Yeah, to really tap into that sense of memory.
It's pretty good.
I've seen a wine on the shelves before called chocolate wine, and apparently it tastes like chocolate.
Ooh,
I have seen that before.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to drop the $20 to try it yet.
So is it chocolate milk?
I have no idea. I don't know. I might just drop $20 to find out.
Drop it.
But yeah, chocolate wine.
Chocolate wine.
I mean, there's chocolate covered raisins, right? So you got grapes and chocolate flavor. So maybe there's something there. I don't know what it's like as alcohol.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I like to keep my chocolate and my wine, even if I'm consuming them at the same time.
Oh, someone has chocolate wine.
Separate things.
Yeah. QG has chocolate.
How
wine.
is it? Do you like it?
Does it taste
What does
like
it taste
chocolate
like?
and wine together?
Sarah's heading to the bar right after this. Cheers. Thanks for joining us.
All
Krista
right.
loves margarita. Coconut rimmed. That's a good one. Bern, what is a polysaurus? Oh, ponysaurus. I don't know what I thought it was me. Ponysaurus Scottish ale. That sounds really interesting.
Sound really good.
I guess it's a beer, right?
Yeah, that would be a beer, I guess.
I've heard Scottish beers are pretty good. Oh, local.
Oh, Bailey's. That makes sense.
Durham. Nice. There's been like a strong Durham or North Carolina presence in general throughout the whole summit. It's been kind of cool.
Cool. Now you know what? I'm gonna go get that chocolate wine. I'm gonna try it out.
You gotta go for it.
Yeah, like a
Bailey's, that makes sense. That it's.
I
Like,
think someone brought it over. I had a Jenna, were you there? Maybe you weren't there. I did a beer and liquor tasting holiday party, and I think someone brought chocolate wine, but I don't recall tasting it. I think it sat in my fridge.
Apparently it's $12 at Sam's. Huh. Well, learn something or lots of things new every day.
Yeah, and everyone's sad because they can't see all of your messages. So be sure to message all panelists and attendees so that y'all can talk to each other too.
Get it from Sam's. It was $12. All right, that's cheaper than 20.
There we go. Easy.
Okay. Let me rinse out my stuff real quick. If anybody else needs to refresh their equipment so we can prepare to work on the third cocktail.
All right. I think we're doing, it's the rum cocktail, right?
This is going to be a rum cocktail, yes.
Perfect.
Candace actually works in a bar. Candace is fully.
I feel like my home may be partially a bar.
Yeah, it's a home bar.
Yeah.
The ones that we were talking about, right?
I'm doing a pizza night this weekend. I went insane over COVID and I bought a pizza oven.
Unicota.
The Unicoda pizza oven.
Oh, y'all got the uni?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I'm hosting a pizza night. So I'm making a bunch of pizza for everybody. So maybe I'll do some like Aperol spritzes to go along with the pizza. Keep like an Italian theme going.
Yeah,
Try that punch
that would
bowl, right?
work for sure.
Thanks everyone for hanging out with us. This is so
I
much
know.
fun.
It's okay, no props there.
Is everyone finished with their cocktails, or we're like going slow? We're saving some for later.
I'm saving some because I drank them all last year and I was kind of drunk. So I'm gonna relax a little bit this year.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Well, let's move on to the third drink. It is a rum cocktail. And a lot of people know about the daiquiri. And the daiquiri is got a weird history behind it. What I want to do is for the ingredient list that I sent out, it's actually a riff on the daiquiri. It's called the Hemingway daiquiri. But the daiquiri has been around since the early 1900s and or late 1800s, but it was supposedly based on very similar combinations of rum, lime, and sugar that's been around in Cuba for a really long time. Even Sir Francis Bacon in the 1500s was drinking rum, lime, and sugar. They combined it together, and he had a similar thing called the El Draque. And that was the main three ingredients of a daiquiri. But it was first written down, I think, in the 1890s, more or less our current version of the daiquiri. Again, not the frozen one, but as a shaken one. It's just white rum mixed with lime juice and sugar, and that's it, or simple syrup. The Hemingway daiquiri is real fun because Hemingway was a drunk. The guy was 30% alcohol, and he was well known for drinking like 15, 16 daiquiris when he lived in Cuba. So the guy was crazy. Drank like a fish in the sea, or a whale, maybe. But the story is he went to El Floridita, which is a very famous daiquiri bar, and they invented the frozen daiquiri there. But the bartenders there were setting up all these daiquiris, and he just grabbed one and drank it and was like, it could use double the rum and lose the sugar. And so you ended up with like a 4-ounce pour of rum and some lime juice, which ended up tasting terrible. It was just incredibly tart, not nothing to, it's just alcoholic lime juice, and it's pretty rough. So they kind of modified his version of it and took out the sugar, but they added Luxardo maraschino cherry liqueur. So again, this is one of those bottles that a lot of people have in their home bar. I think they're just like, when you're supposed to build a home bar, you buy this bottle and then people never use it. But it's used in a few different cocktails, but often not in large quantities. So like for this one, we're gonna use just a half ounce. So if you did half ounce pours every single time, this thing would run you close to over 30 cocktails. The other thing that they add to it is grapefruit juice. And if you have grapefruit juice, I don't know if everybody was able to get grapefruit juice. You could probably add any kind of citrus other than lime. If you wanted to add orange, it would be different, but I just understand that not everybody has grapefruit. If you're not doing a Hemingway daiquiri, you can add other things. I've had apricot daiquiris before. It does really, really well. So if you have apricot liqueur or peach liqueur, man, it
Can I do this?
Chambord. So Chambord is a berry liqueur. I guess so, because people do strawberry daiquiris. So that one, I think Chambord is a mix of cognac and berry liqueur.
Yeah, it's a black raspberry liqueur.
Black raspberry.
I feel like it's good.
Isn't that a boysenberry? Isn't boysenberry the hybrid between a blackberry and a raspberry? I don't know. I'm not a berry expert. But yeah, basically, if you can use whatever you want for today, because it's happy hour, and as long as we're happy, I'm happy. But let's start on making this drink. We're going to start with 2 ounces of white rum. If the alcohol from the previous cocktails were already going to get you, just do 1.5 ounces of rum. Again, I'm not using a jigger, but you're free to do so.
This might be like a really dumb question, but which one is 1 ounce and which one is?
It's hard to tell because they do different ones, but it's likely that the bottom one is 1 ounce and the top one is 2 ounce.
Okay.
Probably. Are there no markings on that?
Nah.
It looks wide enough so that the larger one is probably 2 ounces. It's either 1.5 or 2 ounces.
I'm being encouraged to go for the larger end.
Or the large one. It's Friday on the other side of the world. If you have the maraschino liqueur, what we're going to do is we're going to add 1/2 ounce of this. Then we're going to use 1/2 ounce of grapefruit juice. And then if you still have your lime juice, remember daiquiris are primarily rum and sugar and rum and lime. So do a 3/4 ounce pour of the lime juice. Then we fill our shaker with ice. And if you're ready, shake again for about the same amount of time we shook for last time, all right? Strain it into a glass.
Looks spicy. Very nice.
All right. And then this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Hemingway daiquiri. Won't get you as drunk as the original Hemingway variation, but probably tastes a lot better. So, cheers.
Cheers. Salud. Where's Candace? She's gone. She's gone fishing. How does it taste?
Let's see. Black raspberry straight off the plant tastes just like blue colored candy.
Ooh, I'm back.
You're back.
I couldn't get my raspberry liqueur to open.
Is it open now?
Not yet.
Oh,
It's yeah, it's a tricky one. I think there's so much sugar.
that it crusted over.
Decided to not open. But maybe I'll just go without it, I suppose. Anybody else making the cocktails with us? Everyone enjoying your cocktail yet?
I'm gonna pretend like everybody's enjoying it. I'm gonna cheers again.
Yes. Cheers.
Run hot water over the lid. Yeah,
Oh, good tip.
pro tip.
All right. Yeah.
Wow. 3 drinks.
Dave skipped the mixing part, went straight to the drinking part. I like it. Oh, hey, gotta open. Chambord time.
All right.
I'll see how this works. I'll let you know how it is. You can throw it in the mix if it works well.
Candace, did you have maraschino liqueur?
I did not. And
Okay.
so I was a little unprepared today. I was focused on other work related things the last couple of days, if you could imagine. And so
Drinks are first.
so my brother was here and I asked him to run out and grab me a few items, because also last year when I was participating, everyone made fun of me because all of my things were on like the last drop, like like all the liquor in my position was over, and I asked him to run out and get some for me, but the maraschino liqueur did not make it into the run, which I appreciate. He did that.
Excuses.
Yes, I know. I failed.
Dave's no mercy here.
I know. All right. Dave, are you drinking this? Are you doing this cocktail or any of the
Someone
cocktails?
asked, what's in a Diablo Loco?
Ooh.
I never heard of it until I was recently introduced to it at a Japanese hibachi grill extravaganza. It went down easy. I'm not familiar with that. It might be one of those like house cocktails that they make, possibly. It's not. I don't believe it's a classic cocktail, or so, a typical one. But a lot of restaurants, like Fridays or a hibachi, like family restaurants, when they have their cocktail programs, they'll have something that's fun for the guests, with their own unique name on it. So I'm not familiar with that, unfortunately.
It sounds spicy. Is it spicy?
The drink?
Yeah, the Diablo
Diablo
Loco.
Loco? I have no idea.
Like a spicy
It
margarita
could be.
type
It
situation?
could be spicy, yeah. Or maybe it's just red.
Not at all spicy. And then Dave is drinking South Carolina moonshine. Wow. How's that? Is it like a flavored moonshine, or is it like just like straight up?
Mimi says, it's cool seeing stuff I didn't know back when I was behind the bar.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Super
Yeah, we're
fun.
not our bar is not like one of those high volume places, so a lot of times we get to just hang out and talk. So a lot of customers will end up just chatting about history, about cocktails, and like how an old fashioned got its name, or like the history behind a Negroni, that kind of thing. So it's actually fun, and I have to end up on Google or reading some cocktail book like late at night. I was like, man, that person schooled me on this, this spirit or whatever. I was like, I gotta be better. So I'd go home and like read up on things.
You seem very knowledgeable beyond my rudimentary understanding of alcohol. So
well, the best part about drinking is that you don't have to know any history to enjoy the drinking part.
Oh, Dave has a black raspberry moonshine.
Ooh.
And I have my black raspberry liqueur. This came out fantastic. This is really good. I recommend adding Chambord to
a daiquiri.
But yeah, we still have 2 wine tasting kits to give away. So yeah, Chris, I'll leave it to you to figure out how we're gonna do that.
Okay, well, we have trivia questions as well. And this one's going to be kind of based on one of our drinks today. What country or where is Bacardi from? Anybody know where Bacardi is from? Without looking.
Cuba, Argentina, Spain, PR.
Oh, we got someone with PR. Who is that?
First one
Kelly.
was Kelly.
Kelly got it.
Is it Cuba?
No, it's PR, Puerto Rico.
Ah.
Yeah.
Mine
I actually went
Cuba.
to the Bacardi factory
when
I went to Puerto Rico. I guess it was like, that was a long time ago, 10 years ago. But yeah, it was cool. I bought a lot of rum.
Nice.
But yeah, the distillery of the distillery for Bacardi is in Puerto Rico.
Sweet.
Cool.
Wow, everyone's in such good hands with Chris and Candace.
Okay, so
I'm gonna leave.
Who won?
The winner was a Kelly.
Kelly, email us.
Someone says originally from Cuba. That's correct. So originally, but it's been I don't know, quite some time. I forget exactly when it was. Bacardi a long time ago was in Cuba, and but it's been in Puerto Rico for quite some time now.
It does say made in Puerto Rico. So
yeah.
Fair enough.
Let me see.
I am going to.
Yeah, if you actually look at, I don't know about your bottle, but my bottle, and one part it actually does say Santiago de Cuba. So originally it was there. That's when the company was originally established. But I believe they moved to Puerto Rico a long time ago.
Cool. So
fun. I've had fun. I'm gonna go, friends. Thank you all for joining. I leave you in the very capable hands of Candace and Chris, and enjoy the rest of your cocktail hour.
Awesome.
Bye. Cheers.
Bye, Jenna. Thanks. All right. So we have Kelly that's getting the one tasting kit. So definitely reach out to me. And then yeah, let's
So we have one more to give.
Yep, one more. Let's see.
I was gonna do something, but I already gave away the answer earlier.
Oh,
But maybe not everybody was paying attention.
right.
So
This is a good pop quiz.
what is the name of the hybrid between a raspberry and a blackberry? I actually said the name earlier in the show. Oh, everybody knows it. Jesus.
We got to do something. I feel like we should do something harder. I feel like this was a.
That was too easy. Everyone got it.
Let's do. I'm trying to think of any alcohol-related facts I know. What about mezcal? Something about mezcal? I feel like there's funny things that happen with mezcal.
I know. I drink a lot of mezcal. I don't know a lot of facts about mezcal. I don't know enough trivia. I feel like I don't know enough trivia about mezcal to.
So, or should we do a non-alcohol related question?
Non-alcoholic trivia question. Does anybody watch sports? Anybody watch basketball? Well, I don't know.
Or we can just pick our favorite answer to any question. Let's do like a apples to apples type situation.
Apples to apples. Does everybody know how to play that game? Cards Against Humanity?
Just like throw out a question, see who has the funniest answer.
How about this? How about something related to ramen? This guy's name is pretty well known. Who is the founder, who's the creator, inventor of instant ramen? They have a whole museum for this guy. But ramen is one of the great. There we go. Marvissa says Momofuku. Do you know Momofuku's full name? There we go. Someone said it. Momofuku Ando. So this guy was a Taiwanese born Japanese national who came to the US, and he missed all the ramen that he had from home. And so he was an engineer, and I guess he spent all his time in the laboratory instead of working on what he's supposed to. He invented instant noodles, which has fed 1 billion college students and poor people since then, and apparently is one of the greatest inventions of the 20th century because of how life-saving it is to have a 10-cent pack of noodles. Super, super cool. I think he passed away in like 10 years ago or something or 5 years ago. I don't know. Semi recently, I believe. But yeah, Momofuku Ando.
Yeah, I think Marvissa seems to know a lot.
Marvissa was the first one to get it.
He was the first one. I think Marvissa, your ramen knowledge has paid off. you are one of the winners of a tasting kit. So again, shoot me an email. You can email me directly. I'm sure you received my emails for the summit. It's Candace@cosvox.com. Ooh, yeah, I love ramen. Ramen's so good. I'll have to make my way to Houston and try ramen by your place.
Yeah, anybody swing through Houston. We're so close to everybody, I believe. Centrally located. But yeah, come down, especially if you like to drink whiskey. We have the largest selection of Asian whiskey in the entire country.
Wow.
We have like 100 different Japanese and Taiwanese whiskeys. So real fun. We play anime on our TV screens. It's kind of weird. You know, and with enough alcohol, I start taking off my clothes. It's a great time.
Dave's sold. He's on his way.
All right, I'm waiting.
Right. Awesome. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'll hang out for a couple more minutes. I'm still sipping, but this has been so fantastic. Thanks for leading us through all this great handy dandy cocktail recipes. They're easy.
All right.
They can,
If anybody
you can do this at home.
like the recipes written down, I should probably put my email address in there. And then if anybody wants to reach out for information, questions, or whatever, you can feel free to email me. Let me type this in. Well, that didn't work. I don't know why it's not working.
The restaurant is Ninja Ramen in Houston.
My keyboard doesn't seem to be working. So,
I
unfortunately,
can do it.
yeah,
Your email?
Christopher@ninjaramen.com.
Perfect. I'll copy and paste that in there.
Oh, and I have a neighbor. Mimi is in Spring, Texas.
Oh, cool.
Just like 30 minutes away.
That's awesome. So,
That's awesome.
Mimi, you'll have
what's
to
the
go
restaurant
eat.
name again? The name of the place is called Ninja Ramen.
You'll have to go eat some ramen noodles for me and drink some Japanese whiskey.
Yeah, come down, drink some Japanese whiskey, eat some ramen. The kitchen's open till 2. We're actually a late night kind of spot. A lot of people go out and then end up over at my spot at the end of the night.
Sounds like the perfect kind of place. You can get there are a few places that I can think of, even in New York, that I can get ramen at 2 a.m. So
yeah,
that's pretty good.
I love New York because of the late night food thing. In Houston or other parts of the country, it's not very easy to get late night food. A lot of times it's either fast food or some breakfast diner. It's hard to get real food at 2 or 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
So, I love that about New York.
I've been so spoiled. I'm so used to it. So when I go other places, I'm like, it's 11 p.m. Why isn't every restaurant open?
Still open. Yeah, exactly.
They're like, no, this doesn't work like this. Like, I don't.
We don't do that. Yeah, New York's great. I was like 4 a.m. Let's go to a bodega down, around the corner and grab a nice sandwich.
It's great. I'm not gonna lie, I take full advantage. This is so fun, guys. This is awesome. What great questions and like hanging out in the chat. It's been really fun.
Does anybody else have any other alcohol-related questions, bar-related questions?
Or not.
Just random questions about drywall that I might know the answer to.
Trying to think if I have any home. I just got a new rug delivered today. I'm very glad that they didn't ring my doorbell in the middle of live streaming. So
I do have a question for you, Candace. Is that globe a openable bar globe?
It is.
Yes.
Yes, but my alcohol is not in it because I actually cheated it. This is on top of a bench I have.
Okay.
So I wanted to look scholarly. in front of my globe and bookcase and plant. But I guess I look less scholarly now that everyone knows it's a bar.
I knew, I was like, that's,
Get out.
please be the bar globe.
Bar globe. Good eye, good eye.
That's awesome.
Bye, guys. This has been so much fun. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining. So much fun. What a great couple of days. This has been fantastic. Each and every session I felt like was can't miss, including this. So for the people that missed this, I feel very sorry for them. This was so much fun. I'm making my way through my drinks. I have like this much and this one.
I like being one of the last to leave a bar. Same here. I love closing down bars.
Cheers.
You know, when the bartender chases me out, I know I did my job properly.
Now I'm like, I have 3 drinks here. I don't know which one to finish first type situation.
The Aperol one.
Mm.
Because that's supposed to have ice in it. So the longer you wait, the more watered down it is. There we go.
That was the rum, but I'll go back to the Aperol. I'm actually, because Summit has been amazing and really fun to plan and host and everything, and it's been a fantastic experience again this year. This really is truly like my favorite thing I do all year, but I am looking forward to celebrating this evening, going out for a quick drink. Sarah, yeah, this is also part of the VIP pass. You'll get the recording of us hanging out and making some cocktails if you want. So it's not going to be in the notes, though. I didn't really have our note taker take notes on it, although I could throw Chris, if you want to email me the recipes, I could throw that in the notes.
I can do that.
Happy to add that in there. So
I can totally do that.
And yeah, like honestly, like if nothing else, you can take home some great cocktails from the Summit. Worth the $45 just right here. Awesome. All right, everyone. This is so much fun. We still have a few people on, but yeah, I think we're gonna end pretty soon. Looks like
I've been thrown out of nicer places than this.
Me too.
That's awesome. I think I take pride in not being thrown out ever for bad behavior.
Invited to leave.
Yes, I mean I've been I've shut down the bar. They're like, hey, we're going home. You also have to go home now. But for all the debauchery that I've been a part of, I have never been. You gotta go, which I'll give myself a round of applause for that.
That's good. Yeah, that's a great place. That's an accomplishment. Yeah, I definitely was. Yeah, after it was like 4:30 a.m. at a place, and they were like, "You guys have to get out of here."
That's so. I used to live in Taiwan. In Taiwan, you're allowed to drink 24 hours, and they have bars that are open. They have karaoke that's open 24 hours, and the karaoke serves alcohol 24/7. And our rule was that if we decided to close down and leave, and the sun wasn't out, we had to go back in and rent another karaoke room and do it until the sun came out. So a lot of times we would never leave until like 7:30 in the morning, just because we broke the rule. But that one was always great. You would like party somewhere and then drink somewhere, and then we're like, we're gonna go karaoke, and it's like 4 a.m. and we got to karaoke for like 3+ hours before the sun comes out, and then the subway starts again, and we're like, all right, we're gonna take the subway home.
Dave said I used to DJ, and when it was closing time, I would announce, if you don't work here, sleep here, or sleep with
slept with
someone
someone
who
who works
works there. You have to go.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
Classic.
I like it. I like it.
That's when the people start staying, just, wishing for good luck. Like, well, if I stay here, that means I get to sleep with someone who works.
Sounds like his wife doesn't allow that anymore. So fair enough.
There we go. Take applications.
So
That's awesome.
this is so much fun. Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna wrap it up pretty soon. Dave asked how many drinks until Candace has to stop the recording. So
Okay.
I paid 3.
The staff at my pub love me because I bring in boozy cupcakes for all of their birthdays.
Oh, that's so cool. Wait,
That's awesome.
so like how are the cupcakes boozy? Are they like on the inside? You have like a boozy thing, like a cream?
Maybe like whiskey soaked or something. I don't know.
Or is it like the frosting? Is the frosting alcohol? I don't know how that would work. Alcohol added to the batter and sometimes the frosting. Wow.
All right.
I wonder, I ordered my, when it was my roommate's birthday, we got, it was like a raspberry amaretto cake. Sounds about right. It was really tasty.
So my staff hates me when it's their birthday because I don't know if everybody knows, but there's a thing called icing somebody. When you hide a bottle of Smirnoff Ice, and if they see it, hide it, discover it, they have to drop to one knee and chug the entire bottle right then and there. And I am the king of icing people. And so now my staff knows that when it's their birthday, somewhere, at some point, there's a Smirnoff Ice hiding somewhere, whether it's in the bathroom or in the ice well or something. There's going to be a Smirnoff Ice, and they're like the whole night they're dreading it. The last one I got was just 2 weeks ago, and I gave them an ice cream cake, and I put the Smirnoff Ice inside the cake. So they had no idea it was coming through the cake. They were just cutting into the cake, and they hit something solid. And as soon as that happened, they're like, "Oh no!"
Wow, that takes effort, though. I award you that.
I go all out when I ice people. I have iced someone in New York City when I was in Houston. I mailed them a care package, and it was filled with all sorts of like Texas themed things, and including a bottle of like Texas whiskey. But instead of the bottle of Texas whiskey, it was just a box, and inside was a bottle of Smirnoff Ice.
Wow. That's how you get them. It's pretty good. I did, I guess that's not really the same thing, but I did like a Easter egg. I did a Easter party or something like that. I don't know, springtime. And I did like little Easter eggs filled with instructions on what people had to do. So they had to open up an egg, and like some would just be candy. So like you didn't know.
Oh, okay.
And then some would be an instruction like take a shot or like pick someone to take a shot or something like that. So that's been kind of fun.
Yeah.
But it seems like someone is here at my door. Might have to answer that. But well, it is about 7 o'clock. We've been hanging out for quite a while. I think this is, are we still hanging out? We can end it anytime, really.
Yeah, let them wait.
Nah, they can hang out. Yeah, I know who it is. They can hang out for a second. They're 1
Wish
minute
me
early.
good luck. I am actually headed off to an awards ceremony event tonight. My bar, Ninja Ramen, was nominated for Houston Bar of the Year. So
Congrats!
I don't know how many sexual favors I have to perform in the next hour in order to, like really nail down the win as the final winner. But wish me luck.
Yeah, awesome. Well, good luck. Let us know. Keep us updated. I hope
Absolutely.
you win. Good luck with
And I will
everything.
email you all those recipes. I will
Yeah.
email Candace the recipe so she can supply everybody in the room with it. But yeah, thank you so much for having me. I hope everything that y'all drank, no matter what it was enjoyable and we had a good time. And it's been a pleasure hanging out.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Chris. This has been so much fun. Thank you, everyone, for attending this session and all the sessions throughout the summit. This has been truly a delight, and it's been so fun. So anyway, thanks again. Good luck, Chris. Hope you win.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a very good evening.
Take care. Bye, everybody. Thanks for a
Bye.
good summit. Bye.